Well, with any luck, I'm taping. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to blow some petals, and then around the perimeter of this I'm going to show you how you can use a watercolor brush, which is these right here. And you can see this is a real watercolor brush. It comes to a pointy end, and you can see the snap that's on it. For watercolor, that's great, but for this demonstration, it's when you got it full of ink and it's a thirsty brush, it's built to hold a lot of water for the watercolors. You don't want it to hold a lot of ink because you're going to get it splashing all over the place. But you can use these. As you can see, this is a manicure brush, detail brush, and it's very tiny. I'm going to hold it up as close as I can get it, and hopefully it doesn't fog out on me. But it's a very tiny detail brush, very good about getting and doing lots of other little details with it. Don't load your brush up. Put a little bit on the side, dab a little bit, dab it on your paper towel first. You don't want to come back to it with a lot of ink on it. You just want to get enough for that little special place that you're working on. But this is another watercolor brush. It's also not exactly, it's a manicure nail brush. They're really cheap. You get like 10 for $3 or something like that on Amazon. But they have different heads, and they're great for if you're going to mop up things with your alcohol. So I have a little bit of alcohol here in a shot glass. Should things get a little hairy, I always have a shot glass full of alcohol. What I can do, I dab it. I try not to come at it with a lot of ink because it'll blossom out, and you don't want that. But you want to make sure that you want to take it off, if you want to take it off, and you can come in and just kind of mop it, and you can get very detailed with it. I'll post a picture of one of the trays that I made with 4 separate tiles. I'm sorry, 6 separate tiles that I did this with, and every tile was a little different, but you can see that you can move this and take off exactly what you want to take off without causing a huge interruption in what you have below. If you want, by using these small brushes, the tiny brushes, you can get in and get very detailed, but make sure that you don't come at it with a huge amount of ink flowing out of your watercolor brush, or you're going to have a mess to clean up. You're going to have a big, I'll show you what'll happen. If I come at this with my loaded, and this is loaded, it has a lot of alcohol in it. Plus it comes into the ferrule here, and you'll get a drip, so you want to make sure that's gone. But if I don't, and I come at it with this, I'm going to just create problems for myself, as you can see. If you're very careful and with practice, you can get very detailed without it creating a lot of problems. If you come at it with even a drier brush, you can blend in at different spots without blossoming things out. And basically that's all you need to do. And I will post that picture of the tray, and you can see how it looks once you know what you can do with just moving your ink away with a watercolor brush. You also can paint with it. I use these to keep my paint separate if I'm like a palette. And if I want, I can get very detailed if I'm going to paint with them, like a watercolor. And because it has that tiny little end on it, that tiny little point, I can have pretty much control as to where I want to put that ink and have it stay. So that's about it. It was very quick. Thank you for your attention, and I hope that answered some of your questions about using the brushes to clean and to also apply the ink. Bye.